Greetings, my fellow retro football fans. This is your host, Paul Gaither, and I'm extending a warm welcome to all of my viewers. Whether you've been following this Madden journey that I've been posting from the very beginning or you just discovered this video, I am genuinely thrilled to have each and every one of you with us. In this Madden NFL 2002 franchise where we're simulating the Atlanta Falcons, all simulation games, tell you what, it's been a lot of fun, and I can't wait to share this next installment with you. Now, before we dive headfirst into the action, I do have a small request. If you're having a blast, you're craving more, don't hold back. Show the love, hit the like button. And for those of you who haven't done it yet, please consider subscribing to the channel. It's your ticket to joining this vibrant and supportive community of retro football fans. But here's the best part. I don't want to make this series about me. I want to make it about you. I want your input. I want you to jump in the comments section, share your thoughts, make your predictions, even some constructive criticism. Your involvement takes this experience to an entirely different level. All right, are you ready to lace up those virtual cleats, strap on those virtual chin straps, and dive into the action? I know I am. So let's give you a quick rundown, a review of what's going on with our team. We are starting year 3. We've only had 2 seasons. In year 1, we didn't really mess with the roster at all. We let it be like, hey, here's the roster that we were given to start the season. It was in the off season that we decided to mess with contracts, drafted, and made whatever changes that we made. So Vic here was injured for the final 4 games of last season when we had a winning record, and then we fell off. We did the best we could. We finished 9-7 and missed the playoffs despite the winning record. We're hoping for an even better season this year. We haven't been able to do much to address the running back room. You can't fix everything in 2 seasons, but we did what we could, and here's what we have. We've got some speed, we've got some awareness, we've got some abilities. We've got a couple young players, a rookie and a 1-year pro. We've got a 9-year veteran running the rock, like we're doing what we can. Lorenzo Neal, we just picked up. It's his first year with the team. He's not wearing the correct number because in Madden 2002, you cannot edit players' information. You can before the season starts, but once you're in the franchise, there is no feature to edit your team. So you're going to see a few weird like numbers here and there if you care at all. That's why he's not wearing 41. Hopefully, Lorenzo Neal can help our running game improve. Same thing, wide receiver position, not much we've been able to do. We threw a nice little contract at Hakeem. Well, it's not a little contract, but we threw a nice contract at Hakeem. And then we have a rookie, a 1-year pro, a 2-year pro, and a rookie. Like, we've got young talent here. Again, you can't address every position. You're going to see that we addressed mostly defense and offensive line. We did pick up a tight end like in the 3rd round of the draft, which we're very happy with, to compete with Reggie Kelly and Algie Crumpler. Algie Crumpler in real life would be a better player, but not rated as well here, so we need somebody, and we picked up this tight end that I hope is going to do well for us. Left tackle. Okay, look at those numbers. 99 run block, 90 pass block, 99 strength. What's holding him back? Why isn't he a super player? 49 awareness, 27 speed. Pretty bad, but we're giving him a shot. Collins is a player already, like with the team, you know, previous years, whatever. We're going to find a replacement eventually, but he's doing what he can do. We ended up with Darren Baker. Now, Robert Garza would end up being a pretty good center for the Falcons, but this is Madden 2002's roster, and he's not rated so well. So we got ourselves a rookie in last year's draft, 98 strength, and he already has more awareness, and you can see that his run block is 1 point higher, and his pass block is in the 90s already. So we've got a decent center there. And 2nd round pick, Andrew Thomas, went up several points in progression, 89 overall. So really happy with this player here. 91 run block, 91 pass block, 93 strength, 82 awareness. Very good right guard. We're looking for a left guard to help us out, but we're happy with Collins so far. And then Hunter, late in the draft, I don't know, 5th round, 4th round, whatever. I think 3rd round we went tight end, and 4th round we went with Hunter here. Picked up a pretty good tackle to compete against Travis. right? A little faster, not as strong, more awareness, doesn't have as much agility or acceleration. But also, you look, his pass block is the same despite a 3-year pro versus a rookie. He is 22. Travis is 24, so 2 years separate them, and his pass block rating is the same, but his run block rating is significantly better, along with a better grasp of the game. So we have a real competition here at the right tackle position with a younger player coming in. Defensive line, I said we worked on defense, but you can't work on every position, right? There's so many spots that you've got to fill. So we've remained happy with Patrick Kearney, and we picked up Joe Johnson as a big money free agent. Coming from the Saints to the Falcons, division rivalry, player jump. Don't really have too much going on at defensive tackle. We cut some ugly contracts, got rid of some players, picked up some inexpensive contracts as filler, and Hall is going to do what he can out there. The left outside linebacker doesn't look like much, but that's because we've got 2 starting outside linebackers here. This is right outside linebackers. That's right. Joey Porter was not picked up with his contract by the Pittsburgh Steelers, so we threw a pile of money at him as an 88 overall, and we're very happy with Keith Brooking as a 78 overall. So these are our 2 starters here. We're having Porter play left outside linebacker while Keith Brooking starts at right. Jesse Tuggle has not yet retired, and I think the 6th round draft pick for us was this Jack McCoy. We just found someone who can tackle and likes to run. 75 speed, 79 tackle, whatever. We just found somebody as a filler. We're going to need to solve that position. So, what did we do? Well, what did we address? Well, we added a defensive end. We added Joey Porter, that was free agency. What we really did is address the secondary. Our first round pick of our first draft after Michael Vick, so the 2002 season, was Chester Preston. And he's an 89 now. And just look at those numbers as well, those physical attributes. His acceleration is only an 83, but 98 speed, 73 catches, very high for our corner, 70 tackle, 91 awareness. He knows what to do. He knows how to do his job as a young man. And then our new rookie, also a first-round draft pick, Mo Adams. So we should have some lockdown corners on this team. 95 acceleration, 94 speed, 66 catch, and 66 tackle is not as much. The strength is even stronger. And he's sub 80 awareness, but really close to being a very well aware and knowledgeable player. So hopefully this pair of corners helps really lock up the secondary. So these were our first round draft picks back to back. And then Marvin Moore was also a young draft pick, and he went up 10 points. So we were really trying to solidify the secondary back there. Sean Wooden, we threw a contract at. Not a big amount of money, but 1 point something, I don't remember, $1 million. To improve over these 8 and 10 year pro players. We've got a 7-year pro player that's hopefully going to come in and have a couple seasons that he can help as we try to find a young free safety to take over eventually. But we've got a strong safety, a couple corners. We've invested top draft picks there, and we invested draft picks along the offensive line to protect our young quarterback. A tight end to throw to. We're going to try to get more weapons. We've got a lead blocker for our running game. We've got to find wide receivers. We've got to find running back weapons for a complete offense. We've got to find better defensive linemen. There are holes in a team, but 2 drafts in, and we're pretty happy. So without too much further ado, now that you know what the team looks like, let's take a look at our season. We've gone up from a 75 ranked defense to an 85 ranked defense. 10-point increase is really good. Our offense only went up 2 points from 70 to 72. We have a 99 special teams unit. It's not too hard to get 99 special teams in this game. We've got some returners and all of that. But we outmatched them at the quarterback position, which is an important position in simulated games. We outrank their offense by a lot of points, but they also outrank us with their defense over our offense. So we are considered the better team. Are we going to win our first game on the road? And we do. 38-24, putting up points. Very nice. So, injury... Are you serious? Are you serious? I don't have words. 10 weeks. Like, that's why we went after a quarterback. 10 weeks. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? I mean, I'm thinking forearm fracture. I don't care if he can come back. I think we're just going to put him on injured reserve. Lost him the last 4 weeks of the year, and now we've lost him completely again. We got to go with our rookie Chad Kelly and our young Tom Brady. That's our season. We do what we can. A team is not about one player. We have to move forward as an organization. We have to move forward as a team. Simulate the week. We get the W. We're going to rally around Kurt Warner, and we're going to play good football, right? Jags. I'm at a loss for words. I'm really happy for this team. It's an organization. No one player is bigger than the team, but like the big inspiration is to have Michael Vick and to see what he can do, and that's what happened to him. It breaks his arm. It breaks our hearts, right? But we move forward. We're 2-0, and we rally around our quarterback, right? So, still very happy overall. If we're rated 83 at quarterbacks, it does not readjust considering the adjusted roster. Like, would it be different if we cut him? He's on injured reserve. He's not playing for us. How do we have 83 at quarterback? I mean, I know how, but the game should readjust and reevaluate based on the changes to the roster. Well, that's our only injury, and we won 23-3. So despite their 88 offense, our defense shut them down, did not let them get any points. And despite not having the quarterback, I mean, we've got a balanced team. It's going to stunt Vic's growth, like his progression. It's going to stunt everything. And now we've got the Jags. So I think this might be another split in the timeline, right? I'd like to have the franchise go where Vic doesn't get hurt. And I'd like to see where we go with this injury. But like I said, we got to rally around the team. We can't change it. You know, I'm a 49ers fan. Watching Lance get hurt in like the opening drive, at least the opening quarter in week 2, and lost for the season, the year he was supposed to start. I mean, it happens. You just live with it. You move on. Oh, it's just this really crushing. Okay, so Jags. Simulate the week. Another W. As a team, we're rallying around and playing good football. So how is our quarterback doing, our young man? Individual stats. 89. Not too terrible. No interceptions so far. 54% completions. Been sacked 9 times. 3.2 yards per carry. Michael Vick had that. Our running back here, only 2 carries. You can't say like, oh, he's 11 yards per carry. He's got 2 carries. Lorenzo Neal doing his thing. Our halfback here. 220 yards and 68 attempts is nothing special. Just trying to think, like we got 5 carries here. Yeah, there's only so much that we can do. Receiving. So we're spreading the ball around. Our tight end is getting catches. Our young receiver is getting catches. Hakeem's only got 9 receptions so far, but we've got some touchdowns over here. Pancakes out of our left tackle. What's good? Not giving up sacks. It's our right tackle that gave up a couple. It's our right guard, like our star, our 89 overall, that gave up 3 sacks. It's our center that has given up 4 sacks right up the middle. That's pretty stinky. And we don't see our fullback with any pancakes, huh? Joey Porter is probable. Okay. Our corner has a lot of tackles. So does our safety. So does our other corner. We've got some interceptions here. We're doing well. A sack, tackle for a loss, good tackles. Like, hey, we're getting some stuff done here. And now we've got week 4, and it's also a game of the week. And we lose. We lose, but the Eagles are like a super pumped up team. So you can't win them all. We had a 3-game winning streak. We're 3-1. So the first quarter of the season, we go to stats, we go to rankings, we see the offense. And, hey, 15th in passing, 22nd in rushing is not very good, but you know our situation. Defense, 9th against the pass, 12th against the run, 3rd in points against, good amount of sacks. We're getting stuff done. There's only so much we can do without weapons. And now we've got Washington, who we significantly outclass across the board. So hopefully we can get the win on the road against Washington. And we do not. We fall 20-16. What is our injury situation look like now? Torn ACL, or ACL sprain, not torn. ACL sprain, probable. We've known about him being probable. Is what it is. Dallas was a team on the decline. Not doing so well. Hopefully we can get the W. We played 3 East teams in a row. We're playing all of the East to start the season, minus 2 games. No trades. We're not going to make any trades. We get the W, 48-3. Have a winning season so far through 6 weeks. Playing against the Saints. We knocked them out the first time. Let's check our injury report. Probable center. We also have Garza out there. Okay. So we got Saints round number 2. This time we're at home. They are a good team. We cannot just expect an easy W, and we do not get the W. We fall to 4-3. Now we're facing Tampa, who's another good team in our division. We swept them last year, but I have no expectations that we're going to win. We beat a higher rated team. And this time we take our L, and we're at 4-4. So we're at the midpoint of the season. And we take a look at our rankings overall. Passing yards, rushing yards, without our quarterback, it catches up to us. Number 1 against the pass, but very weak against the run. That's very interesting. Is there anything that we can do defensively? And we're trying to stop the run as well. Can we afford to be a little more aggressive on defense? Does that mean blitzes and problems? Because of our corners and our safety, can we afford to be aggressive, or is that going to hurt us? Right? And maybe go a little bit like that. I don't know. You can't just change someone's philosophy, right? But you've also got to be able to adjust in the NFL and be flexible. So is there anything we can do defensively to see improvements? And now we just have this 1, 2, 3, 4 road game. Or 4 home games, versus 4 home games in a row. That's and then, 3 on the road, and then there you go. That's our season. Second half of the year versus the Vikings. Simulate the week. Get the W. Stay on the right side of 500. We've got Seattle next, who we're supposed to be rated better than, and our defense is supposed to be better than their offense. They slow them down. And our defense here. Okay. What do we have injury report-wise? Broken jaw, right tackle. Well, it was Travis, that's our backup right tackle. 9 weeks. We don't even have 9 weeks left in the season. And we've got a backup tackle there. So, let's play Seattle. L. 27-21. Alright, 10 weeks down. 6 weeks to go. How have our changes in philosophy helped our rankings on defense? Number 2 in points against. Like, we're limiting teams. We just can't put points up ourselves. We lead the league in sacks. We're the number 1 against the pass. I think we're still dropping against the run. But we're getting sacks. We're stopping the passing game. We just struggle against the run, and we can't put up anything on offense because we don't have our young star quarterback or any weapons. So it is what it is, right? And then who do we have next? The Colts of all teams, Peyton Manning's team. Do we just, like, don't expect to win, but how well do we do? 24-20, or sorry, 24-14, 24-14, Tampa Bay, rival Bucks. Another L, 41 points on our defense. Okay, final 4 weeks of the season. Got to look at our roster. Injury report. Other tackle injured, like, my goodness. Joe Johnson, the big free agent, he's out for 3 weeks, and we only have 4 weeks remaining in the year. Stats and info. Individual stats. Kelly is not playing a bad year. 14 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. 56% completion. He's getting sacked a lot. He is getting sacked a lot. Rushing, 4.2 yards per carry is nothing terrible. And here, Rosado is actually doing better in terms of his overall average, though his sample size is significantly smaller. We've got almost a 1,000-yard rusher. Lorenzo Neal is helping out, but I don't know what he has in terms of blocking. Like, they don't stack pancakes, I guess. So they don't even do, like, does he, like, blow people up in the run game? So I don't know. But hopefully he's been part of the reason why we've got so many yards per carry on the ground, right? Like, we're over 4 yards per carry, so that's got to be good. Hope our running backs can continue to improve. Receiving situation, our tight end at 77 overall is leading the team. Hakeem is producing for us. We're getting some touchdowns and all of that. Wide receiver situation. 11 sacks by our right guard. It's our big-time right guard, and look at all that, like, all those attributes, and giving up 11 sacks. And our center, our pass-blocking center, 91 pass blocks and gives up 14 sacks. What do you do? Like, they're the ones, like, they're, like, our best offensive linemen, and they're the ones giving up the pile of sacks. Okay, interesting. Interesting to say the least. So, 5-7. We're on the verge of a losing season, but we're without our star quarterback. We outrank Carolina. Do we get the W or not? We do. 35-28. We outrank the Texans. Can we get another W? We do not. We lose by 23-21. We lose by 2 points. Titans. Outclassed there. Can we at least have an 8-8 season? Not going to happen. And the Panthers. Doesn't really matter our injury situation. We just do what we can. We get the W. We finish 7-9. Browns coach, Cowboys coach, gone. So that is our year with our quarterback injured. Overall, our offense towards the bottom rushing game got better, I believe. Passing game is what it is. We have the number 1 pass defense, the number 4 ranked defense in the entire league. Not so great against the run. Not sure what else to do about that. Led the league in sacks, but also getting sacked. We got sacked a lot. Interceptions, blah, blah, blah. Offense. Sacks allowed. 26. Yeah, we allowed a lot of sacks too. That's the thing. Efficiency. Turnovers and so forth. Okay. Not a terrible season. 20-11 versus Vic's 17-10, 17-24. Like, in some ways, he had a better rookie year, right? Vic's rookie year, 3,000 yards, just under 3,000 yards. 20-11 versus 17-24, higher completion percentage. Right, 414 attempts, so on fewer attempts. So, I mean, Kelly didn't have a bad rookie year, honestly, at least compared to Vic's rookie year, right? Not a big-time rusher. He's considered a scrambler, but he really isn't. Brady played a few games, apparently, and didn't do well with a couple interceptions and went nowhere. So we got over 1,200 yards. 4.2 yards per carry. Time to have a soda. That's right. Dr. Pepper, strawberries and cream. What's up? One of my favorites. Lamar Smith, Lorenzo Neal was our number 2 rusher as our fullback. Okay. Our halfback was injured for a week. Well, that's probably one of the reasons. Other halfbacks, it's very interesting to see what's going on. Hakeem did finish as our leading receiver. Our rookie tight end got some yards. Our other receivers got some stuff going on there. And it's our center and our tackle, our guard that gave up all the pressure up the middle. So, team leader in sacks. Pro Bowl is our defensive tackle. Wow, with 14. 7 sacks from Joe Johnson, who was hurt a little bit. Joey Porter was pressuring off the edge there. Seminole, like, you're not our starter. Like, Brooking is, sacks. He got 5 sacks. Brooking got 4. Okay, I was going to say, like, didn't Brooking play? Yeah, but Seminole actually ended up with 5 sacks on the year. Interesting. Kearney got 5 there. Like, we kind of added up. Like, we sent pressure and, like, everyone got involved, apparently. How about the interception number? No one broke 3 interceptions. Safety, corner, like, they were not interception machines, so I wonder how they're going to do as far as taking the ball away. Yep, that is what it is. It's time to go to the playoffs. Simulate the round. And we have ourselves the championship game. Titans, Raiders, Rams, Tampa Bay. Old school rivalry of the 2000s. Tampa Bay will go to another Super Bowl. And they will face the Raiders. Just like in real life. They'll not have the same season. Interesting. Will they have different results because John Gruden is not their head coach? Raiders win in overtime. There you go, Raiders fans. You get your virtual revenge. You get your overtime victory. And now it's time to take a look at stats and awards. So, Pro Bowl, NFC, anyone from our team. Jeff Garcia made it, all right. Owens made it, all that. But do we have any Falcons players? Our tight end made it. Just looking Falcons. Obviously, you see Seahawks or whatever and other teams. Yeah, we know. Right guard, with all of those sacks given up, we still made the Pro Bowl. Like, okay. So our tight end and our right guard. Defensive tackle made the Pro Bowl with those 14 team sacks. Like, led the team really good. And then the strong safety made it, and our kicker made it. So we got some Pro Bowl nods. Yearly award, MVP this year. Last year went to a defender like London Fletcher, if I remember. This year it goes to Corey Dillon, the running back. This is also the era when running backs were still winning Defensive Player of the Year awards. Remember, Lawrence Taylor won an MVP. Remember, for 1 year, I think the strike season, the Washington Redskins had their kicker win MVP 1 year. Like, there was a time when it wasn't considered the quarterback award. Now, we can get into whole discussions. That's not what this channel is about. Like, there's a reason why it's a quarterback award, because as the offenses have continued to open up and quarterbacks put up incredible stats, and quarterbacks are often considered the difference maker in a team. And how can you argue it when we lost Michael Vick and we pretty much lost the season? We still were winning games in the beginning, which kept us involved, but... Another sip of my delicious soda. Not against the idea of having running backs and other people win awards, so congratulations to Corey Dillon. He got the Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year went to LeVar Arrington. And London Fletcher, the MVP previously, continues to play well. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Holiday of Tampa Bay. And Kelly gets nominated. He gets a nomination, coming in and stepping up, filling in. Like, he might get some attribute raises, and we might have ourselves like a quarterback competition, simply because number 7 hasn't been able to stay healthy despite being a talent, and Kelly is considered a rookie candidate. Defensive rookie goes to the Texans. Coach of the Year, Washington. Best quarterback goes to McNabb. Running back goes to the MVP. Best wide receiver goes to Holt. And Owens is in the competition. And then Moss behind him, so that's a good list. Best offensive lineman. Best defensive lineman. Best linebacker. Best defensive back is not our players, but one of them is actually the safety for best defensive back. Best kicker, and so forth. Go to the Pro Bowl, simulated out, advance to the off season. And this is something I recommend. Save your franchise before you go to the off season, because sometimes the draft classes are repeated, and then suddenly you've got a bunch of clones. Okay? So, like, that's a thing to be aware of. And that didn't happen to us here, but I realized the mistake that I made before hitting advance, so I called it out. That's a mistake that's easy to make. So, let's take a look at progression. 1 whole point because he was hurt. He still gets better, but he just gets dogged on real hard. 4 points over here at this quarterback position. No competition, really, but more awareness. And the accuracy is still, trash-tastic. But just losing out, but it's the NFL, not for long, right? You make a trade, your guy gets hurt, he doesn't play. It is what it is. Running backs getting a little bit better. This running back falling off a cliff at 32, which makes sense. Lorenzo Neal drops off. Does he continue to be a run blocker, though? The run block does drop off a little bit, but I think we only offered him a 2-year deal, so we're still going to have our second season as we look for a replacement for him. Hakeem continues to improve. Floyd goes up 3 points. Gonzalez up a couple. Sutherland and Rob Wright go up a little bit there. Our tight end goes up 6 points overall. We get some improvement at the other tight end positions, but big improvement there in terms of a weapon. Left tackle, 83 overall. +1 speed, 5 more awareness. And then the pass block goes up to 95. Heck of a move. Left guards at age 29 are not improving, but they're also not decreasing yet. Center gets better. An extra point of strength, gets more awareness, improves his run blocking. His pass blocking as well, but improves his run blocking even more. Right guard becomes a 94 overall. Very good. 96 strength. He gets even stronger. That's the thing about 2002. They do get stronger. In some of the other games, they don't get stronger. Awareness jumps up. And pass and run block are both 94 overall. Well, remember, he gave up a lot of sacks, so we'll see if that improves. After another sip, Travis here goes up 2 points at age 25, continues to compete. Both players ended up being injured during the season, and they both compete right here, right? Get a little stronger, get more aware, like playing a battle out there. 91 block here for run block, and gets 3 better and gets 2 better. They were both 76 overall. So Hunter and Travis here, Claridge. So Desmond and Travis really competing out there. Both played, both did well for us. Patrick Kearney gets better overall. Joe Johnson, I believe we threw a 2-year contract at. We said, take some money, be a help for us. That's exactly what he's done. He's going to be in year 2 of his contract as he's on the decline. Don't mind paying him. Then he'll be a decline again, and he won't be our problem anymore. We might even re-sign him depending on what he wants. Even as a depleted player, he could still be a contributor. But we're paying him for last year and this year. So we'll see how it goes. We did pay him big money to have 7 sacks, which is his first good season since the 2000 season there. So he actually does improve and helps our team out. So we paid him pretty well off a 2-sack season. Brad Johnson doesn't improve at all at age 31 behind Brad Smith, if I said Brad Johnson, the quarterback. Brady Smith, I can't speak. I think I said Brad Johnson, didn't I? Brady Smith, Joe Johnson. I see B and Johnson. It's in my brain's Brady Johnson. Brady Smith. Sorry. Names are not my forte. My brain just gets all mush when it comes to that. Travis Hall, though, loses 5 points, but is a 14-sack season. So, despite his production, he falls off. And then we get small improvements here at the other positions. Outside linebacker gets a little bit better. Jesse Tuggle, dude, retire. Bruh, retire. Retire. You're 38. You're 66 overall. Retire, please. McCoy's going to come in. I don't care about the awareness. McCoy's going to have to come in and play, bro. 48 speed. I don't know what my Madden rating is in speed, but I don't think it's that far apart. Joey Porter. Yeah, I'd probably be a 27 speed. I don't know. But you get the joke. Come on, 48 speed. I think your contract's up anyway. Porter, up 3 points. Keith Brookie, up 2 points. Very, very good. And there's Preston. There's Adams. 5 points. 3 points. 92 overall. 89 overall. What's good? Look at that. And then the tackle rating, does that go up as well? They do. They become fantastic tacklers. More aware. Just really, really good corners in this game. We stay with 80 at this safety position. We lose 4 points here. And he becomes a 99. He can't get better overall. He can just improve other attributes. It doesn't go over 100, or it doesn't go over 99. It doesn't go to 100 and above. So that would be really wild, though. If the game would actually, what's the difference if he gets, 5 more speed? He's still 99, right? At what point should the overall rating, be allowed to exceed 100, right? And just, let all the abilities be where they are, right? So, yeah, +6 awareness. And hits the 90s in the tackles. Pro Bowler at safety. Fantastic. Jason Elam, only a few year rental. See what we can do. And there is our team. So, off-season schedule, retired players. Goodbye, Mr. Shannon Sharp, who did not go back to Denver. Randall McDaniel, Wesley Walls, Bill Romanowski, who didn't go to the Raiders. Interesting. And as far as our team goes, strong safety. So, there we go. Advance. Re-sign players. Well, Tom, are you willing to stick with us? Be a little inexpensive backup for us? Okay. We've got Chad Kelly for a couple more years. Came in, did his job. Smith, I'm not paying you millions of dollars to be a 73 overall. You want 1.4 mil to be a 69 overall. 4.3 yards per carry. Like, you want to get paid for that. To not be as fast, to not be as aware, to not have very much carry, to be a catcher of the football. What did you do in the passing game? Nothing. No receptions. So we're going to pay you to not receive the football as a receiving back. Okay, well, go have your job, go have your money, pay wherever else. So we'll figure out the halfback position. Lorenzo Neal is on his final year of the contract. Just doing what we can. Sutherland, like, we've got other players, other positions who are faster and have more awareness and all of that. Sorry, Sutherland. Go get a job somewhere else. Ramirez! Fix this! Ramirez, do that! Call of Duty reference. Okay, guard, whatever. Garza. You willing to take, like, not very much money? 2 years, 500K? Yep. Not bad. Okay. There we are. What's our situation here? We'll wait till we have to pay him next year. Right? Right tackle situation. Defensive end. 1 mil to 3.5 mil. 3.5 mil. 5 years pro. 26. Will you take that for 5 years to be age 31? You will. Yeah, that's the asking price. And this is like, there are ways you see in the 49ers franchise that I run that I can haggle and negotiate with players. But I'm like, look, you want to get paid? I'll pay you. This is your salary. Don't hold out on me. Don't mess around. Like, is it an ugly contract? Not when it's 5 years. Right? 5 seasons from now, when he's like 31, hopefully he won't be declining too much. And he's just getting good salary. Like, 3.5 is not a lot. Not really. It's a lot right now. It's not a lot in the future. And hopefully he'll continue to increase and be, like, a help on the team. So. That strawberry. Strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper is just, oh my goodness. It's so delicious. No, it's not brought to you by that. It's just, I love it. I am just a fanatic for that. $1.75 million, 2.2 to like be the backup. Boy, not paying you for that. And I'm not paying you a pile of money, but you also know that you're not going to get a pile of money. A 66 overall. I don't know if we're going to do anything at the linebacker position. We're going to have to find free agents and rookies because I'm not paying you to be 48 speed. Okay? So, other cornerback positions. Like, we're super happy here. We're all right there. Not a lot of money. 8 years pro, 28. 2-year contract. Yeah. And the other one we don't care. Goodbye and goodbye. Big money deal. Goodbye. So this is the double check. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Maybe overpaid, but I mean, compare that to here, like Joe Johnson. Like, we gave him a big money deal, like almost 7 mil, like to be a 90 overall. Right? Like, there are positions that will pay, and there are positions that we won't pay. Right? Like, Travis Hall, that's an ugly contract for a 76 overall, but he did have a 14 sack season. I mean, he put up the numbers that contract asked him to put up. So, it is what it is there, but that is an ugly contract we are going to have to eventually try to get rid of. We might even make a trade after contract negotiations are up with other teams before we go to free agency. And goodbye there as well. Yep, I don't think we're missing anything. Release the rest. After a 14-sack season, I think we want to try to flip him for some value. What does the legal tampering period have to say in regards to free agents? Another kicker, Chris Brown, is available. 5 years pro. We might have to let Elam go. Send Elam to some team for like a 7th round draft pick. Because now this is available. Okay, so quarterback position. We're happy with our backup. He did his job as a backup, the rookie. And we've got Tom Brady because whatever, we have him. Running back position. Kevin Barlow does not develop like he did in our franchise. And he has been let go after 3 seasons. Where he has been the backup for Garrison Hurst. So we might throw some money at Kevin Barlow. Might not be a bad decision and see how Kevin can play for us. Because he has been over a 4 yards per carry runner. Of course, he doesn't get to develop with the 49ers because Garrison Hurst was starting. Well, we've seen the difference. Big fan of Kevin Falk. But again, that's whenever you're playing with him. I love throwing him the football. He's a great receiving back. He's a great blocker, all of that. So, yeah, Kevin Barlow might be a dude that we go after. And also whatever the situation is in the draft. So we're happy with our fullback situation so far. No big-name wide receivers looking for contracts. Tight end situation, we are plenty happy. Okay. Offensive linemen, we are totally happy with our offensive line for right now. Defensive line, any big names, that's why we kept Patrick Kearney and the numbers that he asked for. No big names here either. I mean, there is like Marquise Douglas, who's got pretty good strength and all that, but lower rated overall. Sam Adams at defensive tackle, 10 years pro. We're not going to throw a bunch of money at several of these guys. Like Bowens wanted like almost 7 mil, like 6 point something. Nope. Outside linebackers, middle linebackers, Al Wilson. Kirkland at 12 years pro. No, but Al Wilson is a very good Broncos middle linebacker. We might go there. We might look at the draft, what's available. But that might be a player that we throw some money at to be our middle linebacker. I'm just kind of looking. Sometimes there are like young players that can really help out. Ted Johnson. Like, we're not playing a 3-4 defense. So, awareness-wise, yeah, obviously. Yeah, Allison's becoming like a really good linebacker. He's like a 90-something in other Madden games. But this isn't those other Madden games, but he's still a decent player who's young at 5 years pro at 26. Like his second contract or whatever big contract there could be. Corner, we already got the situation like locked up, but we don't even need really the nickel because we've got that solved. A young free safety has been let go. Randall Duncan, like, okay, he was a draft pick that they have not been very happy with. And we might throw money at, even though we already have another free safety, we've got a young free safety to throw some money at. And Rodney Harrison and Darren Woodson, like, we don't need the strong safety situation. And we only have so much money to throw around anyway. Draft info, what is the middle linebacker situation? 77 overall. The most awareness across the board. Ryan Dawkins, if he is available, could be a heck of a selection. I'm glad we got the corners that we picked up. Instead of throwing money at the 80 overall free safety, we might look to pick one of these guys up. 86 awareness, 75 awareness. tackle rating, whatever. So might go after a free safety to back up the free agent that we had. We don't need strong safety. We don't need corner. Might go after Al Wilson and then like get Ryan Dawkins and see what happens and compete. But we don't want to throw a whole bunch of money at Al Wilson and then regret it by benching him for a rookie. There are not a lot of middle linebackers available. Really, both of these players with the high awareness and the high tackle rating. That's a pretty good tackle rating as well, but the awareness isn't nearly as good. The speed rating's like 66 speed. Like, no one has a lot of speed. Right, 78, 77, whatever. I might address the middle linebacker position. I mean, we have to address the middle linebacker position. But I don't know if we want to throw a bunch of money at Al Wilson or not. Defensive tackle, that's a thing not to overlook. Especially with our aging player. 97 strength, but only 57 awareness. Like, we really need awareness for simulation numbers. 79 strength is abysmal. Right, it's abysmal. And the tackle rating is also important. Like, there are some good tackle ratings here in the 80s, sub 80. Like, obviously, he's like a big name player. Like, he might be it. He might be a draft pick for us as well. Defensive end situation, we just threw a bunch of money at Patrick Kearney. Like, we could have potential replacement for Joe Johnson, but it doesn't have to be right now. Offensive line is always a place to compete. Left guard is a place to look at a player. 98 overall. Not 98 overall, 98 strength versus 80. Like, a few points lower in awareness. That run block is atrocious, though, and like, those numbers are really bad overall. Here's a good player with balanced numbers. Awareness is alright, 98 strength, that's a right guard again. Yeah, we could have 2 right guards and start 1, but also 25 years old as opposed to 21 years old. That's another, like, red flag, if you will. Yeah, guard is a position that we could replace our left guard, but what do we do here? Like 80 strength? I don't know. We could. We could let his contract run out and keep playing him and then find a replacement in a year or two. Tight end situation, we're pretty locked up at tight end. It's wide receiver and running back that we really need to solve. That's what we need to solve the most, is wide receiver and running back. If we want to throw money, instead of Al Wilson, we want to throw money at Kevin Barlow, I think, to potentially be a ball carrier for us. The most aware running back is a 57 overall. This one is a 72 and 73 overall. Like, these awareness ratings with decent speed. Browning. So, like, 79 speed is atrocious. And the awareness is, like, whatever. Like, why is he the highest rated player? And he's also 24. Browning at 21. He's, like, faster. He's stronger. He's more aware. His carry is whatever. Break tackle is not so good. That's why the break tackle, that's high. He doesn't break a lot of tackles. Don't know how much that really matters in terms of simulation stats. And then there's like a future quarterback, right? Like, we don't go after quarterback because we have Vic, and we're like, ride or die with Vic. Right, we've got a backup. So we're kind of looking at a potential running back, throwing money at Kevin Barlow, maybe a fullback position because, you know, Lorenzo Neal is getting up there in age. But even like the top run blocking fullbacks just are not up there, really. So there's no one that I just really seek out and say, like, oh yeah, I need that 58 run block. Okay. We're talking later round picks, right? But wide receiver. We got to get something at the position. 78 awareness, 74 catch, like 93 catch in the low awareness. Like, that's what's holding him back. Yeah, might make a top pick at wide receiver. Don't see a top pick at running back. Maybe like a second round or something with Browning, maybe. So wide receiver is a target. Browning could be a later target. That's the only thing on offense that I see. defensive line, a 21-year-old. See, I would go with strength if we were simulating, like playing the games out, like we were doing our 49ers franchise. 2 years older, too. But that difference in awareness makes a big impact. Yeah, awareness is huge in this game for numbers, I believe. Especially for simulation. It's a good tackle rating and a younger player. That's a thing. Like, okay, 23, 2 years older. I thought, yeah. In 2 years, is he going to go up 12 points, like 6 and 6? Maybe. Especially here, 5 and 5 points. Awareness, 79. But it's also 23. It's the same age. Yeah, that's the difference. 2 years difference. Is he going to, in 2 years, be better than 77 overall? Right? Like, is he going to go up 12 points in tackle? Like, that's the risk you take, right? Because he does have the strength. He doesn't even have the speed. Those are things just eyeballing here across the board. We're happy with our linebackers. Like, this would be a good pickup, but we need a middle linebacker more than anything. Like, you talk about BPA, best player available, right? Keith Brooking, if we could, we'd move Keith Brooking to middle linebacker, solve our problem, take more here, but it's Madden 2002. You can't do that. 6'7", 257. This would be like a pass rusher, right? 79 speed. Look at that strength. Good awareness. Great tackle. Yeah, that's like a 3-4 outside linebacker. I'd consider Keith Brooking and like literally go after this guy. What a monster out there, huh? We might even just sign nobodies at middle linebacker and ask Keith Brooking or someone to play Mike in the depth chart just to get this guy out on the field with Joey Porter, huh? And then solve everything else in time. That's not a bad call. I mean, we might get him. He might be the number 1 pick overall, but those are things that I'm looking at. Like when we're trying to build our mental draft board. So, free safety, outside linebacker, a little bit at mid linebacker. There's, not bad. We got some middle options. Got some defensive tackle options. Got some wide receiver action. Definitely got some wide receiver action. Yeah, 93 catch. We'll see who's available when it comes time for the draft. I mean, that's always the issue. Like, let someone else take the tackle. Let someone else get the quarterback. Like, in reality, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these guys would all be, the top picks in the draft. But the game doesn't select them based on overall. It has its own projections. And it's interesting. It's very, very interesting. So free agent signing, we just go to advance and see who is getting money thrown at them, tight ends and corner and all of that. Not throwing money at defensive ends. Just kind of looking at these middle linebackers, do we want to throw millions? You've got to have a middle linebacker, a starter, and then we're okay at backup. We don't have any backups right now, but that's the thought process. San Francisco's offering there. Yeah, you can have it. We're looking at Kevin Barlow. Why not Jackson? There's I know I'm a 49ers fan, so I'm biased towards Kevin Barlow. Faster, not as strong, a little more aware, more agility, acceleration, better physical attributes there. The carry is 1 point higher, the break tackle is lower. I still think we would go with Kevin Barlow. right? 28 years old versus 25, like a 3-year difference, all of that. Like, I think we throw money at Kevin Barlow. Not really going to throw money at wide receiver, though. I don't see anyone that's significantly better. Like, I don't care about the overall rating. I don't see anyone that's significantly better than we already have at wide receiver. Like, we go for the draft. There's no one you want to throw a pile of money at. So, middle linebacker and Kevin Barlow. Wong at age 27. Do we want to get into a bidding war there? Younger, faster, stronger. Better tackler. Like, yeah, I'd rather throw money at Al Wilson. I'd rather get into a bidding war there. Kevin Barlow and Al Wilson's who I want to throw my money at. Cap room 25 mil, so we've got some room to wiggle around with. Advance the day. But the other positions have their fighting. Okay, Thomas Jones signs with Philly. All right, 1.95 for 2 years. Yeah, we'll throw a 2-year offer, like that's the counter. And no one's throwing money at Barlow yet. Wilson's considering with New England. We're going to battle with New England for a position, huh? Barlow, 3 years. And 2 years is what you want to play for. Okay. We can compete with that. We'll throw the money at that position. We might end up drafting a middle linebacker too. Like, we'll find out how it goes. Duncan ends up going there. Al Wilson has been signed. Nice. Kevin Barlow is being offered by his own team, the 49ers. So we're going to have to definitely outbid San Francisco. Now, I know that he's not as good as Work Done. And, like, he's just a 76 overall. Like, why am I willing to pay him? Because he's 25. He's got good stats or good abilities. And you see how shallow the actual running back pool is in this game in terms of, like, rookies. San Francisco's like, okay, we'll throw money at Kevin Falk then. Okay, throw money at Kevin Falk. You got William Henderson. Okay. Kevin Barlow's getting paid by Cleveland now. 3.5 mil. We can afford 3.5 mil. We don't want to overpay for running backs, but we need someone to play running back for us. Travis Minor. Also 25. Faster, not as strong, less awareness. More speed, agility, better catch. Not as good at carrying the football. Not nearly as good at breaking tackles. San Diego is wanting to throw money here at this 25-year-old who is not very fast at all. Just looking at this market, like, everyone's going to be like 25-ish years old, but there's some 30-ish players. Speed, strength, awareness is just trash. Like, yeah, the running backs are not so good. Like, they don't generate great runners. So, yeah, that's what we're looking at. Can sign a backup later. / we would like to draft a player. Kevin Barlow signs with us. What's good? And he wears 28. Because I don't think we have 32 available. He wears 28. He wears the work done number, huh? All right, I think we're just happy with that. Right? Chris Brown, 26 years old. Take a 5-year deal. No. How about a 4-year deal? Just let it run. Just letting it run. Just letting it run. See, does anyone counter offer us? Alright, we got him. So, let us handle our kicker situation. So, 84 overall. Anyone need an 84 overall kicker? Yeah. Trade player. Kicker. Elam. 49ers. Draft picks. 7th round draft pick. Cannot trade punters and kickers with computer teams. Wow. Wow. I did not know that. Never really messed with it. Okay. So, cap penalty city. 700K. But, yup. There's our cap penalty situation. But we shouldn't be in cap hell for too long. It's not cap hell, but we just make an improvement. And that was the addition. Enjoying this Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream while we simulate the days going into the draft. And obviously, like, best player available, we might even do that outside linebacker and move Keith Brooking inside or something, like just even at the penalty of the linebacker. Well, no, that fact that we got Al Wilson means we don't have to do that, but no, that's very interesting. The free agent period has ended. Okay. What's our roster look like now? Quarterback, running back, fullback, wide receiver room, tight end room. Yeah. All that. Okay. Off-season schedule, NFL draft. 13th pick. More is on the board. So we talk about BPA. Like, that is a top player to add to our roster. We've got Kevin Barlow as our 3-year deal runner. That leaves, like, wide receiver situation. What do we do? Do we go wide receiver? Do we go for that linebacker position? Like, just BPA, right? Speed 89, low awareness, 93 catch. That wide receiver will not be on the board, and there are not a lot of great wide receivers. We need some targets for our quarterback more than we need some outside linebacker, right? Like, do you miss this, like, elite player at the expense of some wide receiver? I think we kind of have to, right? You've seen what's available. You've seen what we need. 93 catch. Right? Same age, much more awareness, low catch. Like, we need guys that can catch the football. I don't think it's the right decision, but I think it's what we need as a team. We need someone to help with Hakeem and our tight end situation. And we don't desperately need an outside linebacker. If he's still on the board, he's still on the board, but I think we got to go wide receiver. Yeah, lots of defensive ends go. Some wide receiver action, quarterbacks, ends. All of that. There's our wide receiver. Outside linebacker was taken, not the really good one. Defensive ends, quarterbacks, corners, halfbacks. Another outside linebackers that are not the great outside linebackers. See, the game doesn't draft by overall. The game has whatever reason it picks whoever, so you kind of take a risk. And he's still on the board, and that's maybe when you pull the trigger. You've got a young free safety who's the same as the free agent that we picked up. I think we go for the outside linebacker, and then we hope that the free safety is on the board. I don't know, with the guard position, we've got a guard we want to replace, but that 80 strength is like whatever. And then, yeah, whatever. We might pick a left guard in the future. I don't know. We're paying Al Wilson, we're paying these other guys. I think you got to have more, and you've got to have Brooking just be part of the roster. How do you pass up on this kind of a pass rusher? Right? You can't say no in the second round. And the safety is there. So we go safety and see if the left guard stays. This left guard looks really good. 76 overall, 98 strength, 82 awareness. Pass block, run block. Safety and guard, guard and safety. I'll say the guard might be on the board, and even if he isn't, we're fine. Yeah, the middle linebacker position is like consumed completely, right? Yeah. But we just paid a middle linebacker, and we've got more linebackers than we need. Safety can't say the same. Yeah, we're going to take the free safety. Does the guard stay on the board? He does. He does. We're going to compete at left guard in the 4th round. Tight ends, we can actually improve at the tight end position over Algie Crumpler's lack of development. There are other positions as well. Run block is not very good there. Like, we technically need a middle linebacker for our team. Who can, like, tackle. So this is the tackling guys with good speed. 58 overall. That could be a later round pick. I don't know. I mean, this is the later round pick. Defensive end situation. Yeah, no, they're all, like, trash. We can sign a player. Free safety, tight ends. Strength, awareness, catch. Run block is pretty good here. Catch is higher. Awareness is a little lower. Speed is a little lower. Also at age 22. Could go tight end. Let Kelly and Crumpler go. As time goes by, like, deal with that. We've already got 3 tight ends. We only need 2, though. We shouldn't really draft there. Defensive tackle, we've already got 3. I mean, I want 4. Right? It's kind of like, just hurry up and make a pick, but it's like, what are we going to do here? 71 overall defensive tackle, 97 strength. 77 tackle versus 85 tackle and all that. Age 21, 72 strength is garbage. Nose tackle. Just a good old inexpensive 5th round pick nose tackle. Could be the selection. Seeing like what else is available out there. Because we can just pick up a free agent middle linebacker than what's here on the board. Already got some of those other positions taken care of. A fast wide receiver, but I think we're happy with the other wide receivers that we have. We're not looking at fullback right now. We want to go that D tackle. The slower tight end. We don't need the tight end. Wide receiver just for competition's sake. Terrible catch, though. Terrible catch. No awareness whatsoever. I don't think we care anymore. We might go after a quarterback because Brady is so low. 89 awareness. 63 throw accuracy is so bad. 95 and 71. 50 awareness. So bad. Age 24. I don't know. I think we just like simulate the rest of the draft. We don't care. We're not going to pick up anyone. Whatever. It's like those rounds and those picks can be really good. And undrafted free agents and filling out those positions. It's all nice. Like I value it in real life. I do. But this is Madden 2002. Like we're not filling out practice squad players and developmental players and undrafted free agents. We're not doing that. I would love to do that. I would love it if we could have more than that 53-man roster and practice squad and all that, but at a certain point, you just got what you got. So we got 18.2 in cap room. He wants 2.8. And again, we're going to try for that 5-year contract, right? 4 years plus the 5th-year extension. So shorten the deal. No. We'll pay you more money. See, I like the fact that there's like a battle over money. It's like, yeah, no. We picked you. We want you. It's like a, air quotes, like ugly deal. Like for us, kind of. But like, we want that 5-year. We want that 4-year with the 5th-year extension. There's no such thing as a 5th-year extension in this game. And hey, you know, like we can be frugal and we can mess with the salary. But it's like, this is the guy we picked. This is our salary that we're stuck with. Right? Now, outside linebacker. Like, absolute stud, 83 overall. The 4-year deal. Yeah. Take it. We're happy with that 4-year deal. Safety. 3-year deal. Left guard. 3-year deal. Good. Defensive tackle. 4-year deal. Halfbacks. See, now this is where we're just like, whoever, whatever. 73 speed? Like, what? 84 speed? No. No, like, no, cut. Cut remaining. This is where I let the AI, like, select guys, right? Alright. That was it. Reorder the depth chart. Everyone. Reorder all. Start new season. And it's still not over because now it's time to go to the free agent market and see who's sitting around. So no big names were cut. Okay. Breakdown, we need a defensive end and we need a middle linebacker. And we have 9 mil there. So middle toggle. Toggle, 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 toggle. Oh, sir. I'm not giving you a longer contract. But you didn't retire. Welcome back to the team, Tuggle. Okay? Because why not? Defensive end, Willie McGinnis. We can have Willie McGinnis on the team, but that's going to be expensive. But a rotational player, we already have a number 55 on our team. Big Willie McGinnis. 94 awareness. Age 31 only. And he's taking a bit of a pay cut. Just like help the team out. Yeah, we'll pay you to be a part of this organization with all that awareness. I see it as a rotational pass rusher. Right? 4 defensive linemen right there. Like, we still need another defensive end. Right end, left end. Leon Lett's still in the NFL. Okay. So, awareness and strength. We really want awareness, but we don't want to spend a bunch of money. So that's like the next set of guys. So if that's our situation, Marquise Douglas, I mentioned him earlier, we'll just sign you to be a gap fill. No, just a gap fill, bro. Just a gap fill. So that way we've got 2 left ends, 2 right ends. We've got 4 defensive tackles. We got 4 outside linebackers. We could really use another middle linebacker, really, for depth. We could use another corner, at least. We need another free safety, or another safety in general. Not free safety. Adrian Wilson is available. And inexpensive. 2-year deal. 3-year deal on the cheap. Use a corner. He wants big money. We don't want to pay someone big money. We just need like a 5th string corner. And we're not throwing a bunch of money at like a 4th, 5th string player. Oh, why is it like... Yeah, I bumped a button. Okay. So breakdown, I mean, we don't have a 53-man roster yet, right? But 2 free safeties, 2 strong safeties, 5 corners, another middle linebacker is something that we need. And what's this guy's story? Awareness, 10-year pro. Nope. Yeah, the guys with awareness have big contracts, the veterans. 5-year pro is better than 57 awareness, right? Speed is atrocious. I guess who are like the fastest tacklers? Like who are good tacklers who also have speed? Or let's also look at speed who are decent tacklers, right? 80, 80, 80. Like we've got 2-year pro, 2-year pro. Okay. That's something. Strength 72, 74, 56 awareness. Age 23. Yeah. Okay. So that leaves us with 3 middle linebackers, 4 outside linebackers, like backups and all of that. Defensive end situation. Got a couple centers. Got 4 guards. We need an offensive tackle. So let's see here. Who's got awareness and knowledge? Not a lot. Ramirez was on our team before. Ramirez. Yeah. Ramirez will throw like a little bit of money at you to come back. You test out free agency. There you go. 2 tackles, 2 guards, 2 centers. Tight end situation, wide receiver situation. Got our fullback. We need running backs. Skip Hicks. Skip Hicks. Wasn't Wheeler one of our guys? I don't remember. No, Rosado was. He's the one that wants a bunch of money. Rosado is the one that we let go. There's a guy who's faster, not as aware, a lot more agility, acceleration. We can carry. We need guys who can carry the football and have good vision. Grim, 74 speed is atrocious, but you shouldn't fumble, and you've got okay awareness, and you can carry the football. What about just like tackle breakers? Okay, tackle breaker with decent carry. Okay, tackle breakers with decent carry. Decent awareness, 5-year pro. 1-year deal. No, we're not adding years. You're not getting a long-term deal, buddy. You're just a backup. So there we go. I mean, not fast, but just somewhat amount of awareness. Just be a tackle breaker, maybe like a goal line kind of guy or whatever. Lorenzo Neal blocking the way. Kevin Barlow taking carries. Yeah, Mark Davis is wearing 32, so Kevin Barlow didn't get it. Wide receiver with some backups. Tight end situation. Left tackle with his backup. Competition at the guard position with more awareness and more strength. The only thing is weak is in run block. We might start Barnes. There's our center, guard, tackle, defensive end, defensive tackle, all these outside linebackers. Depth chart, auto reorder. Wide receiver situation. Dickerson, number 1. Hakeem, number 2. Nope. You know what? Fine. Whatever. For simulation purposes. Left tackle and... yeah, whatever. The backup. Travis. At either position. Right guard Collins. They know that Collins is the backup right now. Patrick Kearney, Willie McGinnis backing them up as a rotational player. Johnson and McGinnis. Defensive tackle position. Hall is backing up. Hall is a person we were going to trade away. Yeah. Hall is a player that we didn't trade away that I was kind of looking to get rid of, like to save cap room. Yeah, we're spending a lot of money. 14 sacks. Is there anyone looking for a 76 overall defensive tackle? I don't think so. And he still has 2 years left on his deal. Anyone willing to take on a deal? The Panthers, no, they were stacked at that position. Patriots maybe would look at that. Washington doesn't have anyone there. Washington could be a place to try to spin him off. But you know, we're just gonna keep Hall. You know what? We'll just keep Hall. We'll just keep him. Yeah. Yeah. Carl Shade, throw some shade at the defense, right? So, depth chart. Defensive tackle situation. Let's have Nayland still be the number 2. Because you have 2 guys and he can be like a nose tackle. Left outside linebacker starts with Porter. Wilson. Brooking is rated as 69 overall. So yeah, Brooking will be our number 2. Outside there. And then Champ Moore. Brooking, we want to get you opportunities out there. But we got Champ Moore. So is that a re-signed player? Yes. So Brooking has 2 years on his deal. And we saw our left outside linebacker here, Semino, get some stats. Like, we've got Porter and Moore. Like, no disrespect to Brooking, and I would have Brooking be our other linebacker. We also have L. Wilson here, right? Tuggle out there. So middle linebacker, Brooking, and then Tuggle, right? And then the Brown player. So Brooking, you can be there if L. Wilson is hurt. But yeah, that's the situation. The 1-year pro and the 2-year pro. What, Preston at number 2? Really? No. Even with Adams being as good as he is, no, he's number 2. Shade there. Okay. There we go. That's our team. I say Sim 2 because this is the one where Vic gets hurt, and I want to have like the alternate reality where Vic doesn't get hurt and see what the franchise goes from there, but we're just going to continue. We can even delete it. We can say this is like what, going to be our 4th season? First year Vic advanced, second year Vic was hurt, third year Vic was hurt the whole year. So let's go delete. This is the 4th. Oh, come on, really? ATL SIM SIM, and let's call this one. This is the 4th season now, right? So there we are. About an hour and a half for each video. We're just over the hour and a half mark. And I thank you for being here with me. Let's see how our team does, how our team looks. We've gone up to a 76 offense, from 70 to 72 to 76. Our defense has gone from 75 to 85 to 87. I mean, it's hard to increase much more beyond that certain point. You just got to have players progress and so forth. But there we are, ready for our new season, and I'll see you for year number 4.